The isolation of my position, the hostility of the Prime Minister and consequent uncertainty of the success of a journey that absorbed all my thoughts, the prevalence of fevers in the valleys I was traversing, and the many difficulties that beset my path, all crowded in on the imagination when fevered by exertion and depressed by gloomy weather, and my spirits involuntarily sank as I counted the many miles and months intervening between me and my home. If you're wondering why we're stuck up a mountainside at 4,300 metres in North Sikkim, well, it's all due to a book. In the early 1850s, when Joseph Hooker came back to Britain, he wrote the best-selling Himalayan journals, in which he most accurately described his routes, his plants, and the adventures that he had. And this has allowed us to literally follow in his footsteps, to walk the paths he trod. We're trying to find his plants in their natural habitats, and also the locations of where he had his adventures. The reason he was here was to collect plants for Kew, and also to gather evidence for his friend and confidant Charles Darwin, who was formulating his theory of evolution. While he was here, he also found 24 new species of rhododendron that revolutionised garden fashions. But for me, one of the most important things is trying to get inside his mind. You get a feeling of the man from the book, but to be out here experiencing what he did, with many more advantages than he has, it really brings home to you what an adventurous, dedicated and a resourceful man Hooker was. And as you can hear, it's another lovely day in the Himalayas. Yesterday we trekked from Yak Thang to Yabuk. It was only 5.5 hours, but it was the altitude that really got to us. Also, we had a couple of problems. First of all, the porters refused to carry our bags. They started to feel tired, so we had to carry our own gear, which was a lot of weight on a long day's trek. And the other thing was that the video camera that I brought decided to take a swim, fell off its tripod into the river. So we're using wheels now, which is great, but the other one I think might have died. So anyway, today we've got another 5-hour trek and we climb another 500 metres. So let's hope we get there in one piece.